Robin Dyer and welcome to Burn. It is time to work out again. Today, if you have a mat handy, that's going to be helpful because we're going to be on our knees a lot. We're going to be working with hand weights today, so if you have some light to moderate hand weights around, you can add those for a little extra intensity. Make sure you have water, a towel if you sweat, and always remember, if this is your first workout or you're just starting exercise, take breaks whenever you need to. Hit the pause button. Make sure that you honor the place that you are at with your body today and don't feel pressured to do too much too soon. So let's start with a little bit of a warm-up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn and use my mat for the distance here. We're gonna inhale up, exhale. We're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna walk it out. Now this is a little bit of what I like to call Pilates flow. So we're gonna come into a plank position. You're gonna drop to your knees, keep them behind your hips if you need to be here, or if you want to be up on the balls of your feet, we're gonna keep the booty out of the air. Hands are under the shoulders. Dropping to your knees or staying on the balls of your feet, you're gonna take the hands out wide. You're gonna give me one push-up. Bring the hands back in, widen the fingertips, lift up into down dog. So when we lift into down dog, we're gonna press out of the knuckles, press away from the hands, lift to the hips. We're gonna pedal the heels. And remembering that down dog is not about forcing heels to the floor, but rather pressing the chest toward the thighs as you lift the hips to the sky. Settling into down dog. We're gonna take the right leg up into three-legged dog, squeezing the glute. We're gonna drop the knee in to the chest. Back up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Drop the knee into the chest. Back up. 1 more time. Drop the knee into the chest. Back up. Holds. Keeping that right glute engaged, I want you to bring that leg with control in between the hands. We're gonna find a strong lunge. So grounding your heel into the mat, giving the toes a wiggle, making sure that knee is right over your heel. We're gonna come all the way up, rising up with a strong core, bringing the hands to the heart. We're gonna go through a little lunge set. So we're gonna go down and up. So today we're gonna be doing a lot of things that I like to do in some of our fusions here at Burn. We're gonna do a little bit of Pilates, a little bit of bar, a little bit of everything. Good. Driving down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it down. We're just gonna pulse here, lift and lower. We wanna pulse with control. And just remember today, when things get tough, you always have a little bit of calm behind me. I've got my trusty sidekick Rosie today. We'll see if she can stay calm. Holding it down, breathe. Remember that knee is over the heel. We're gonna bring the hands back down to the mat, stepping it back behind you, lift up, down dog. From here, we're gonna shift back forward into plank. Hands over or under the shoulders. Keeping that entire abdominal wall contracted toward the spine, you're gonna give me 8 mountain climbers. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back up, down dog, breathe. Good. Staying in control. Doing another set, shifting forward, this time with plank jacks. You're gonna either tap out for 8 or 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press that down dog. Breathe. This time we're gonna take the right foot forward and then the left, and we're gonna find a chair squat. So bringing the big toes together, heels can be together an inch or 2 apart. Pressing the knees together with control. We're gonna press into the heels, lift the toes. Good. Chest is up, belly is tight. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna come forward, this time doing that same Pilates flow in reverse. Step it back, plank. Dropping to the knees or staying on the balls of the feet. Wide grip, push up. Good job. Bring the hands back in, widen the fingertips, lift up, down dog. Notice the strength of your core here in down dog. Pedal the heels. So it's always nice to get some dynamic stretching during the warm-up. Good, settle back down. Left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Right heel still faces the back wall behind you. Drive the knee into the chest, contract the core, give yourself a little hold, then go right back up. Use the strength of your abdominal wall to navigate back and forth between plank and three-legged dog. One more. Drive the knee in, lift up, holds. Now, with control, bring that leg through in between the hands. Knee is over the heel. Good. A little bit of a balance challenge. Find your lunge. I like my hands here. You can put them on your hips, down, and lift. A lunge is really lifting and lowering out of the front heel. We drop the back knee down. 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, make the adjustments where you need to, and 1. All right, so what we're gonna do now is a little bit of controlled cardio. We're gonna do 2 moves, and we're gonna stay at more of a steady pace. So rather than blast through 60 seconds, we're gonna think about actually using a little bit of control and moving slower. So what we're gonna start with is what I call a pulse 180 hop. So 180 means is that I'm gonna completely change the direction of my body. I'm gonna get nice and low. Notice how my feet are mat distance. I'm gonna pulse 1, 2. Now I'm gonna turn to the left side of my body, hover, almost like a duck walk. 1, 2, turn to the same side, okay? So you're not gonna turn in a complete circle. Now if you wanna take that further, you're gonna come with me and add a hop. We pulse 1, 2, hop, turn. 1, 2, hop, turn. 1, 2, hop, turn. Now when you do the hop, turn, I want you to think about holding, landing soft and low, and just kind of sticking that movement. You've got 30 seconds down with 30 to go. Whoa, 1, 2, hop, turn. 1, 2, hop, turn. Nice, you've got 15 seconds. We've got 1 more cardio move to go. Woo, this is a really big blast for the legs. 3, 2, and 1. You should have really felt that in the legs. Next move, so the purpose of these moves is to push that heart rate, spike it up. We're gonna recover for a second. Move number 2, you're gonna bend your knees. There's always a good burpee in every good class, right? You're gonna hop back, then you can walk back. You're gonna come down to your forearms, hold. 3, 2, 1, push back up. You choose which hand, then we're gonna hop it or walk it in. Stay wide, jump up. 60 seconds. 3, 2, and we go. So it's down, hop, down, down. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Press up, hop up, jump, down, push back, down, down. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Opposite hand, press up, wide, up. It is a lot tougher to hold and stay in control than to move really fast. Up, up, jump, push. 30 seconds down, 30 to go. 3, 2, 1. Up, up. Good blast for the arms, the core, down, down. 3, 2, shoulders over elbows. 1, up, up. We have time for 1 more. Down, push back. Oh, ha. 3, 2, 1. Push up, jump up, and release. All right, 1 more circuit before we go to our first break. Options, no weights at all. Next option, these are 2-pound dumbbells. This might be all you need, or if you have something that is more medium, 5s, even 8s, some of you that are stronger, you can use that. It does not matter what you're holding, it matters how you move. So you can go through this movement without the weights. This is what I'm gonna call a rotation series. So I'm gonna take these weights and I'm gonna press them together. I'm gonna get an isometric contraction in my arms. That just means that my arms are creating resistance for movement. The first thing we're gonna do is a squat, rotate, and lift. This series is all about control and rotation through the core. So rather than a wood chopper that can be done a little fast, we're gonna take out the momentum, sit the weight back into the heels, rotate, in, down. Core needs to be contracted front to back. You've got 30 seconds. So we're using big muscle groups. Heart rate is gonna stay up. Good. If the weights are too much, you can totally create resistance with both hands. Good. Nice job, you guys. 15 seconds. Good. You should be able to wiggle those toes when you're in the squat. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next move we're gonna do is a forward lunge. Now, let me just say this. A reverse lunge may be where you need to start today. That is okay. Forward lunges are a little bit more advanced. That forward movement is not for everyone. That is okay. So we're gonna take the right leg forward. We're gonna lunge. Rotating through the core, notice how my knee does not move. In, release. We're gonna do it 1 minute, just like we did the other moves. Up, rotate, in, release. Forward, rotate, in, release. When you lunge, we are tall through the crown of the head. I want you to elevate through the very top of the crown of that head. We keep the shoulders out of the ears. We keep them kind of rounded down and back. Perfect. 15 seconds. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last movement in the rotation series, and we will take a break. I'm gonna go into what we call a curtsy lunge. When I do that, I step diagonally back, front knee is over the heel. I'm gonna rotate. There's that rotation again, and then up. We always wanna rotate to the leg that's in front, which creates a more stable base, keeps the lower back safe. Good. Start to check in with your arms. Are you still creating that resistance that is causing you work? Good. 30 seconds, and we take a break. Now, if you are more advanced and you have been exercising and you want to repeat this series, this rotation series, another time, rewind it. Do it again. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You are awesome. Go take a break, get some water. I'll see you back. Okay.
S-R-E-G, S-R-E-G, that is S-R-E-G, S-R-E-G, that is S-R-E-G, S-R-E-G. Need to find a home, but don't have the time? Guess what? You can go online at SREG.info. 1, 2, 3, 4. S-R-E-G, S-R-E-G, that is S-R-E-G.
We are back. Okay, so I've got my dumbbells. Again, these are completely optional. Just add a little bit of intensity. We're gonna go into a reverse lunge and we're only gonna do one side. So this is gonna be a complete burnout sequence that we're gonna do. We're gonna drive the leg back, right side. I want you to give me 2 pulses. Then you're gonna drive the knee up to the sky. Now notice how I'm shifting and shaking. We're gonna do a little hold. 1, 2, up, squeeze. 1, 2, up, squeeze. And as we hold, squeeze the left glute. Drive the knee to the sky. Contract the core. 1, 2, up, squeeze. 4 more. 1, 2, up, squeeze. Make sure the pulses are done with purpose. We don't want to bounce. 1, 2, front leg is lighting up. 1, 2, hold. Okay, balance challenge. Hence the word challenge. Take the right leg behind you. Soft bend in the standing leg. That'll be your left. Flat back. Trace the weights down your leg till they come right below the knee. Feel that stretch up the back of the left leg. Squeeze up. So it's down. Right now, my left foot is on fire. My leg is on fire. It is good to work the muscles in your feet. Those are muscles that you need. So I don't know if you can see me shifting around, but everybody should be doing this when they're challenged. This shouldn't feel easy. Good, down, down. Plus, these single leg deadlifts on the left side, they're sneaky. You will feel these. Give me one more. Good. Now, I want you to either drop your weights. I'm going to choose to drop mine. You're going to take this right leg behind you. I like hands to the heart. Find warrior 3. So, I've got to shake my left foot out. Do that. Totally normal. We're going to find warrior 3. Lift the leg. Contract the core. Turn the hips to the floor. We're going to tap the back leg down and up. Now we're going to squeeze that glute. If you need something to hold on to, like a chair or anything, a table. Now let's hold this. We're going to bend. We're going to straighten, and we're going to lower. 3 more. Lift, straighten, extend, lower. Use resistance. Lift, bend, extend, lower. 1 more. Up, bend, extend, lower. That looks really easy, but I can promise you that it is not. Take your weights, put them in what I call pockets. We're gonna do a plie squat. So this entire segment is mostly lower body driven. You're gonna have your weight in your heels. Now if I look down at my feet and I can't see the arches or the inside arch of my foot, you've got your feet out too far to the side, okay? The big toe and the knee should somewhat track each other. Keeping a neutral spine without tucking the pelvis. Good, we're gonna bring the weights here and lift. Okay, this may be too much. So when we add the upper body in, heart rate's gonna go up just a little more. Give me 10. Up, 9. Good. 8. Big lift. 7. Keep that core contracted. 6. 5. 4. Good. 3. 2. 1. Release that. Woo! We're gonna go to the other side, and this is the last standing sequence that we're gonna do. Everything else is on the mat. I'm already dreading this side just because I know how bad it's gonna burn, but we've got this together. All right, here we go. 1, 2, up, squeeze. Now this is my good balance side, so I may not be as shifty, right? We all have one side that's better than the other. All right, 1, 2, up, squeeze. Remember that mindful movement where you want to connect to all of the muscles that you should be feeling? Up, squeeze, good. Using that balance, 1, 2, up, squeeze. Let's do one more. 1, 2, and up, squeeze. All right, now, foot is on fire, standing leg is on fire. We're gonna go down, single leg deadlift. Now, deadlifts are one of the things, and this is a single leg deadlift. We can injure ourselves if we don't have the right form. So you really want to make sure that this standing leg is never locked. We are stretching the back of the right leg, but we are never locking it.
Weights need to stay close to your body, and we need to keep a nice flat back and a strong core. Give me 3 more. Then we're gonna put the weights down and burn out this side. This is on fire. The glute is on fire on the right side. Good. Down and up. Nice. Now I'm gonna put the weights down. I'm gonna stay engaged. Always release when you need to. Finding that warrior 3, making sure that this hip, this left hip, is not turning open and that our back is not arching. So we go down and lift. The key with movements like this is to move with the glute, not the foot. So we don't want to toss the leg up, but rather use the shape of the glute, or the glute to lift the shape of the leg. And we're gonna hold, balance, squeeze, use resistance, press long, down, up. Notice how I have my eyes just fixed on a focal point. That helps you balance. Lift, curl in, press out, down, up, curl, and press out. All right, now we're not done with the glutes yet. We need to take it to the mat. So now that we've fired up the lower body, and I love incorporating segments like this into my classes and for my clients, because a lot of times we don't get into the glute muscles in all of the areas that we should, just with a squat and a lunge. So this is always nice. And what I'm gonna do right here, if you have sensitive kneecaps like I do, you're just gonna bring the mat, double it up right underneath you. So this is a sequence that we're gonna take the leg. I want you to take it all the way back. Now squeeze the glute. We're gonna start on the left side. Hands are underneath the shoulders, belly's nice and tight. We're gonna drive the knee in, press back, in, press back. Try not to just go through the motions, because you can really miss the work if you're not tapped into it. So I want you to really think about squeezing the glutes as you lengthen that leg back. Bring it in and back. And this, I think this looks like fancy work that only chicks do. And it's actually really great glute work that will make you a stronger runner, cyclist. These are great things to do no matter if you're male, female, or what your training plan is. So we're gonna come back, squeeze the glute, we're gonna lift up, up. So I've got my entire left glute engaged. I've got my core nice and tight. My arms are actually shaking because I'm fully engaged through the arms, and I'm having to stabilize and support myself. So this is a really nice way to just get in the whole body. Lift, lift. Now hold that. We're gonna make circles with that leg. Holy cow. Again, we're using the glute to move the leg. This movement does not come from the foot. Reverse. Try that and see if that changes the way the work feels when you're doing this. All right, we're gonna hold. We're gonna take this knee up toward the shoulder or the top of the tricep. We're gonna press back diagonal. This is where things get serious. So we drive up and then we press back. There's two things that are really gonna light up here. The left oblique, that's the side of your abdominal wall, right there on the edge of your waist, and your standing right leg. You're gonna really feel that. Give me 5, press up, 4, press up, 3, lift, 2, 1. Now, hold that back. We're gonna find what we call attitude, okay? So attitude means I'm basically taking my knee, I'm turning it to the edge of the wall. So I've got my knee turned to the left side. Now I want you to lift that leg high enough to where the left glute activates, and that leg is slightly behind the hip. Movement from the glute, down, up. Notice how my left knee does not line up with the right anymore. When it taps down, it's slightly behind that right knee. This is essential to get the work because you have to keep the glute engaged. We go down, up, down, lift, one more, down, and lift. We're gonna pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last element to add here. We're gonna tap the right calf. Open up, extend, in, drop, lift, out. Your goal is to try to keep that leg up at the hip. One more. You can certainly do more repetition of these. Hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so you should know that if you're just doing this kind of work, this is the first time, you're gonna feel like that leg is not gonna naturally wanna go to the side. The more that you work on this, the stronger you'll get, and you'll actually become more flexible. So it's great flexibility. All right, ready to get the other side? Give me this and you're done. Here we go. We're gonna extend the leg back, tap into the right glute. We drive the knee in, press back, in, press back, in, press back. Good. Feel the core contract as you drive that knee into the chest. In, press back, in, press back. 4, 3, and how many reps of each of these elements you do is really up to you. Hold, out, we pulse up, up. So if you want more of a challenge and you've been working like this for some time, you can always increase the amount that you do. Good, and then hold, give me circles, oh my goodness. If you do the circles right, that's kind of what I call the game changer with this series. Reverse, oh my goodness. Standing leg, yep, there it is. Holds, we drive the knee up, up, back, squeeze, up, back, squeeze, woo, up, up. I love this for the oblique. And how many things do we do that close our hips off? This opens up the hips. Knee, knee, up, up. Good. Almost there. Give me one more. Woo. All right, you guys, find attitude. So you're going to take that right knee to the right side wall. Again, this is the shape of your leg. The glute is what moves this down and up. Shape does not change. Down, up, down, up. Use resistance. Down, up. Good. There's no arching of the back when we take that leg up. Good. Now hold it up. We pulse up, up. Good. Little presses. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last element. We tap down, out, extend, in, down, out, extend, in, down, lift. Oblique is engaged on the right side. Down, lift, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are finished. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for working out with me. Rosie worked really hard. I'll see you next time.